I always felt that something was missing, that I wasn't quite there yet. I couldn't really explain it until today. I never imagined how powerful color actually was. I thought good lighting was enough, a good camera, good lenses, but it wasn't. Color was the last step, the step between a good image and the image you always had in your head. And today, I finally get it. Hello everyone, first of all I want to do a very quick introduction. My name is Rodo, I'm a cinematographer from Cuba based in Dubai. And after this introduction that you saw, I think that you might know what is this video about. So here I want to talk about color today, and I want to show you my workflow. I also want to talk about DEHANCER. The guys from DEHANCER texted me a few months ago and they asked me to try their plugin in my own workflow. And I decided to say yes because I remember that when I was starting and searching in YouTube how to learn color grading, I saw a lot of people using DEHANCER and always triggered my attention. I never bought the plugin, by the way, but now that I have this opportunity that they text me to try, of course I say yes. By the way, a disclaimer, they didn't tell me to say to you guys all good things. I actually don't use most of the options that DEHANCER can give you. And in this video, we are not going to talk about them. I am going to show you how I use it in my own workflow, okay? I am not a senior colorist or nothing similar. I'm just a cinematographer that loves to do color in my own videos. So let's jump into Davinci and let me show you what I'm talking about. So here inside Davinci, the first thing that you can see is in the left a video of me being hands-on in the desert. And then in the right, you can see a node tree that I just built for this project. I don't want to show you in this video how to build this node tree. I just want to show you how I implement DEHANCER on my workflow, but I do want to show you what is inside this node tree so you can have an idea what I am doing before I put DEHANCER. And I also want to show you where I put DEHANCER in my own workflow. Okay, first I work in Davinci wide gamut color space, and then what I did is like I put a CST in from SONY FX3, and then we can see the CST out, taken from the Davinci wide gamut to Rec 709. I'm editing in Mac, that's why it's Rec 709A. In this node tree, the first thing that they have here is my color management. So if you go inside, you can see all the things that they do, implement saturation, white balance, contrast, exposition, and curves, right? So then after that, I have my color development. In my color development, what I did here is I create a split tone. As you can see here, I create a split tone, making the shadows cooler and the highlight warmer. And then with the primaries, I make the image overall a little bit more warmer. And with the HDR tools, I touch a little bit the highlights of the image. And this is my overall color development. And then I have my bypass. That is the texture that I use. I put it normally to make the image a little bit more contrasting, more interesting. And then I have the textures that I always put before my CST in. So let me show you how I use DEHANCER and let me show you the settings that I use normally. So now we go to effects. Here we search DEHANCER, I already did, and then we drag it here in the first node from my parallel node. So the first thing that I will do is disable everything. We put this high, and then I will go all the way up, and in source, I will put Davinci wide gamut intermediate. Why I will put this? Because I am working inside Davinci wide gamut color space, right? Remember that my CST out is here, my CST in is here, and my whole timeline is set in Davinci wide gamut color space, right? So then after setting up properly DEHANCER, we go here to print, and here we enable. And then we go here in profile, and then we go and choose the Kodak 2383 print film. Here, as you can see in my image, it's a very contrasty. My blacks are too blacks and my highlights are too bright. So we go here to color contrast, and here we reduce the contrast, and you can see as how I recover the blacks, right? The shadow side. And then we go to exposure and we do the same. Okay, something like this is fine for me. And now I will show you the second tool that I really love inside DEHANCER, that is the expand tool. So first we go here to color mode and we set it up in Luma because we only want to control the contrast and the exposition from the image, not the color. And then we enable this, and as you can see, nothing is happening. But if we go here to white point, look what's happened here in my highlights. If we go here and we increase it, see how I recover the highlights and it's not burned anymore. And if we see the overall image, we see how the highlights are protected now. And then we go to the black point and we do the same thing for the blacks, okay? And here we reduce, and as you can see, we recover a lot of information, and this tool for me is amazing, and it helped me a lot to control more my contrast in the image, right? So if we enable and disable, we can see how we recover shadow and highlight from the image. But there is one more tool inside the Dehancer that I really love, that is film compression. Okay, so if we go here to the film compression and we enable, right, as again you will see that nothing is happening, but we can start controlling all these interesting things like tonal range and the white point again and the color density. So if we control the tonal range, you can see as we recover even more the highlights, right? And the impact is how it must affect the image. So if I want, okay, this affects a lot, I can put it here, but if I want to affect less, I can put it somewhere here, and I think it's already very, very, very nice. And the tonal range, we move a little bit more. The white point is same thing that the other, and I think somewhere around here, this is the before and after, and it looks really amazing. One thing that I would really like to do though is go to output and we reduce this a little bit, so we still have some colors from the grading that we did before. But still there is one more thing that we need to do to make this image even better. The Dehancer is going to help us to do that. So if we go here to the second node in my parallel node, we go to Dehancer again and we drag it here, we change this, we disable everything, we put this high again, and then we go here and we put the Davinci White Gamma Intermediate. We go to the film grain and we enable this. You will see that something happened. It's already like a lot of grain in the image. In the beginning, I didn't like this at all, but after knowing that you can control this grain, and if you go to profile and then you go to custom, you will see that you have a lot of options now, right? So what I like to do with this grain is I remove from the highlights completely, from the mid-tones and from the shadows. And then we go here to film resolution. What this does is like indicate your image more blurry, so it reduces this super high quality for modern cameras. And then here in the amounts, I reduced a little bit more. I really like it somewhere here, and the size of the grain I really like, I think something around here. So if you see the before and after of the image, it's looking very, very, very good. It's very pleasant grain and I really love it. And this is the before and after of placing the Dehancer. And yeah, that's it. That's how I use the Dehancer. I hope that if you like it and you have any question, just let me know. And I want to say thank you to the guys from the Dehancer to reaching out to me and sharing this amazing plugin with me. I always saw other filmmakers using it in their projects and I always wanted to try, and that I have this opportunity, it makes me very happy. And see you in the next one.